Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are streaming live. Our event is going to begin in roughly 5 minutes. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Code Game Challenge participants. Our celebration is going to begin in 3 minutes. As a reminder, please turn your camera off and your sound off. And if you know how to use Zoom, please make sure you put it in speaker view. Thank you so much. Hello, participants and viewers. We are happy to have you here today. We will get started in 2 minutes. Thank you so much. Are you ready?
Hi, my name is Batwil Ali Akbar.
I'm Dominic Darby.
Hi, my name is Erica Liu.
And I'm the developer of Banana Pie.
And I am the developer of the game Colonialis, Jamestown.
And I'm the developer of Spirit de Avance 2.
And I'm the developer of Adventure Communist.
What inspired me to come into this competition was actually my computer science teacher.
A teacher in my school recommended that I go to this competition, thus I entered Code Games Challenge.
The X Prize goal with Code Games, a global game making challenge, was definitely to democratize access to learning through technology and to really empower the next generation of innovators to follow their dreams and their interests. But also we wanted to build off our previous learning prizes, and we wanted to create ways for the next generation to learn coding and game design skills while creating the future of their dreams.
Outside of making games and playing games, I also like to draw and paint, so just anything art related.
Some of my favorite hobbies are reading, drawing, bike riding, and playing Ultimate Frisbee.
Our other hobbies include horse riding, baking, playing the drums and the piano, and dancing.
I've been writing for a long time, even before I really started actually playing video games.
Outside of games and game making, I enjoy making beats and I have the equipment to do so in my spare time.
I was so impressed that such a great number of students from not just one country, but so many countries were represented in this challenge.
We set out to have the competition be international from the very beginning as it was conceived, and we were very excited to see that we were successful in that regard. We had entrants from over 70 different countries around the world.
I'm from Dunedin, New Zealand.
I'm from Karachi.
I live in Jamaica.
And I live in Amor, Canada.
I think it is amazing that gaming can be a language that people can speak and can get to know each other over. And it doesn't require, being able to do something super well. It just requires some curiosity and some excitement.
I started learning Scratch in 6th grade, and I've improved a lot since then by looking at tutorials made by other Scratchers and by making my own games and getting feedback from the community.
Karachi, my city, the city of lights, is Pakistan's premier financial and industrial center. But unfortunately, it has a very poor garbage management system. So my game had to revolve around minimum waste production.
In my game, I really tried to incorporate a deeper message about what our human nature will result in the future.
Our mission is to encourage and teach people to separate and recycle trash to decrease the pollution of our planet.
One of the most impressive things for me when I get to play the games that our entrants make is seeing truly awesome games and then getting to talk to the young person who's created them and finding out that it's actually the first time they've even tried making a video game, maybe even the first time they've tried programming.
Gaming is the future. Gaming is the present, and it's a part of our lives. Gaming really can become a soundtrack and a really big beacon and pinnacle of this generation right now, especially during a time of being socially distanced. So I'm really excited about being on the cusp of breakthrough and how we entertain ourselves, how we train ourselves for careers of the future, because gaming is a unifier of the people, and gaming is here to stay.
Let's welcome professor, author, gaming pioneer, and our MC of the day, Jesse Shell.
Hey, everybody. I am so glad to be here today. Oh my gosh, welcome everyone to the X Prize Connect Code Games Challenge Winners Celebration. Yeah, all right. I can't tell you how excited I am to be part of this today because the games you guys submitted were absolutely incredible. I've been making games a long time. I started making games when I was 12 years old, and I've been making them pretty continuously since then. For people who don't know me, I am the CEO of Shell Games, a video game studio in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where we have about 140 people making games of all kinds. I also am Distinguished Professor of Entertainment Technology at Carnegie Mellon University, which sounds really fancy, but what it means is I get to work with students and make games all the time. And before that, I used to be the creative director of the Disney Virtual Reality Studio. So I just love making games and games of all kinds, games for entertainment, games for education. I've made lots of games. I don't know, somewhere between 50 and 100 games I've worked on professionally. Everything from Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood to Peg Plus Cat to I Expect You to Die. So lots of variety is what I love in games, and you guys brought so much variety today. And for all the games I made professionally, like I got started just like you guys are getting started. I was 12 years old. I was really interested in making video games, and so I found a way and started doing it. I remember the very first game I made was a text-based fishing game, which sounds really boring, but it wasn't boring. It was super fun. And even though it was a short, simple game, I remember watching my friends get kind of sucked into it and playing it for really long periods of time. And I really started to see, wow, there's a real power that games have to hold people, to engage people. And I remember thinking, man, what if we could use this power of games in order to make meaningful change in the world? And that's exactly what you guys have been doing today. Yeah, the mission at Shell Games, we always say, is we want to create experiences we're proud of with people we like in order to make the world a better place. And games have huge power to do that. And you guys, you all seem to know how to do that instinctively. The games that we've seen and that you'll see videos about today, you're going to be blown away when you see everything that got submitted. So today would not be possible without the coordination and vision of 3 organizations: XPRIZE, Eline Media, and the Endless Network. So I want to welcome people from all 3 of these organizations. I want to welcome Stephanie Lowe, who's the head of philanthropy at Endless. I want to welcome Monica Groves, the program lead of prize operations at XPRIZE Connect, and also Brian Alsbach, the executive vice president of learning at Eline Media. Could you guys say a few words to our guests?
Sure. Thank you, Jesse, for hosting today and for joining us. You know, I've had the pleasure of getting to meet all of the young people that we'll be recognizing today. I can tell those of you who are joining us that you're in for a treat. We're so pleased to have been involved in putting the challenge on here at Eline, and we'll talk about the process. We'll talk about the judges. We'll talk about everything as we go through the session today. I did want to just take a quick moment to acknowledge you know, our colleagues at XPRIZE, at Endless, and here at Eline Media, who assisted us all throughout the competition, including judging, doing our first round of judging and screening on the over 800 entries that we received to the competition. That was a big lift, and we're thankful to all of those who helped out with that, as well as our distinguished judging panel, who you'll meet in a moment. So thank you, and I hope you all enjoy the event today.
Hi everyone, it's Stephanie here. So nice to meet you. I have been looking forward to this for at least a few weeks, and I got the chance to play some of your games. I am just so impressed by everyone's participation, and it is wonderful to meet you. I can't wait to hear more about you, to see your work, and then also potentially to meet some of you later on as well.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Monica Groves here from XPRIZE. I am so happy to virtually be in space with you guys. It's been a long time seeing your games and your progress in the competition, and we're so thankful to be a part of your journey as the future of gaming and the future as we know it. So we're really excited to have you here today. It's a great, great audience. I want you to enjoy yourselves. We have an amazing host in Jesse Shell, and let's celebrate these amazing next generation innovators who have done amazing things in gaming, and we're really excited to be on this journey with you. Thank you.
Well, all right. Okay, so to our knowledge, this is the very first international youth game making competition. Maybe someone else did one once, but it wasn't as cool as this one. 800 different games getting submitted. Now, the reason we did this, our belief is that creating a better world starts by imagining one. So young innovators ages 10 to 18 all across the globe were invited to dream up and create fun new games that envision and ultimately help build a better future for everyone. By incorporating inspiration and creativity from the next generation, these new games will allow young creators to hone critical skills in coding and game design to shape the technology in their world rather than be shaped by it. So join the challenge to create fun and immersive video games that entertain and dare to imagine creative solutions to some of the biggest global challenges. So some of the things that we really believe as part of this, we really believe that designing and developing a video game carries with it significant benefits for the creator, including introducing computer science and giving students a chance to engage with computational thinking and coding, encouraging design and systems-based thinking, creating opportunities to make something with an audience and with a purpose in mind, encouraging innovation and creative problem solving, exposing young designers to the design process, as well as the development and game creation processes more broadly. And in addition to these benefits, making a game about a topic requires the creator to learn about and develop a systemic understanding of that topic. And that's different than just like understanding some facts. Understanding how systems work is what games are really great at. By challenging game makers to envision bold new futures around key themes, we hope that they gain a deeper understanding of those themes that helps bring about a better world. So we had 2 age divisions. Youth in one division, and let's see, so basically 10 to 13 versus 14 to 18. So we'll be talking about the junior division, 10 to 13 versus the seniors, 14 to 18. Those are going to be the 2 different groups. Entrants were challenged to design and make original games. The games could be about any topic, with special grand prizes offered for the best games that explored 3 impact themes: equity, exploration, and environment. Designers could make their games using any tool, with dedicated prize tracks for certain commonly used tools like GameStar Mechanics, Scratch, Endless Mission, and Unity. There were also tracks for written game designs. Entrants could complete the games by themselves or in a team of up to 4 in special team tracks. The challenge was open from May 14th to October 14th, 2020. So, you heard from some of the main partners that really made this competition possible, but we also had a number of outreach partners. So take a look at all the different companies and organizations that felt like it was important to support what you guys are doing. So for anybody who participated in this competition who was wondering, like, does anybody care about this? Does anybody think this is important? Yes, dozens of companies and organizations think this is important, because we all know and understand, everybody who is making games professionally, they understand the power and the importance of it. And they know that you, as the younger people making these games, they know that you're the future of this. And so they care about what you do. So thank you so much for participating. This is definitely we've had more outreach partner groups of any X Prize in the past. And when you look at these businesses, you look at the diversity, it's not just a small number of companies, it's a bunch of them from different types from different countries. So thank you so much to everybody who participated in order to help sponsor this event, because it really is important. So now to talk about judging. How did the judging work after we got those 800 games in? How are we going to figure out the winners? Man, it was tough. So here's how it worked. Judging took place in 2 phases, starting in late October. In the first phase, the challenge staff played and reviewed every game and every written design. We screened out those games that didn't meet the eligibility requirements. We identified the games that might be eligible for one of the thematic tracks. Then all eligible games were given an initial score based on the judging criteria, and the highest scoring games in each track went on to phase 2. In phase 2, 3 judges from our distinguished judging panel played and scored each game in each track according to the judging criteria. Our judging panel was made up of game industry veterans, educators, and other subject matter experts representing 5 different countries. The scores from each judge for each game were combined, and then the top scoring games won a given track. So now, in some cases, we didn't necessarily get a broad enough cross-section of top quality games in a given track. In these cases, we did not award a prize. As happened in a few cases, it's possible for the same game to win a prize in a platform-specific track and one of the thematic tracks. So maybe somebody won more than one prize. You'll have to find out. In both phase 1 and phase 2, all games were scored based on the same 4 judging criteria, which are weighted equally. So here are the 4 judging criteria. Number 1, creative vision. And that means the extent to which the gameplay attracts and sustains the player's attention. Number 2, engaging gameplay. This is the extent to which, sorry, I got mixed up here. Number 2, engaging gameplay is the extent to which the gameplay attracts and sustains the player's attention. That's engaging gameplay. Number 1 was creative vision, the extent to which the project evidences an innovative, clear, consistent, and integrated creative vision across the totality of the experience, right? So we got creative vision, how creative was it? Number 2, how engaging was the gameplay? How much did it hold and interest people? Number 3, balance. That's the extent to which the gameplay has well-tuned controls, well-tuned mechanics, good balance of challenge and rewards, good balance of level progression and progression of difficulty for the audience that the game has in mind, and the construction of the game's formal and mathematical rule set. And then 4th, technical execution. And that's the extent to which the project evidenced production value and polish, and the extent to which the project performed well and is free of bugs and other errors, right? And so that's an awful lot to ask, but that's what a great game demands. Excellent creative vision, engaging gameplay, excellent balance, and then excellent technical execution. And it's thrilling to see how many games were able to do all of those things. So one other thing I want to talk about today is we are very excited to have 3 of our competition judges are with us today, who will be hosting special 20-minute lightning round sessions right at the end of this event. So they're going to be 20-minute learning sessions that are going to be interesting to everybody watching this and potentially their whole families. So let me talk about them a little bit. We're going to have Heather Chandler. She spent the last 20 years in video game development. She is a former senior producer of Fortnite and has worked with Epic, EA, Ubisoft, and Activision. She's a voice in the community advocating for youth opportunities for students of all ages to get excited and engaged with technology. We also have Aram Tawia, the co-founder and CEO of Ledi Arts, a meaningful African video game studio based in Ghana and Kenya. Aram believes in preserving cultural diversity through gaming and entertainment, and he believes that's very important, and he aims to prove this by creating world-class games and comics. We also have Virginia Macarthur. She is executive producer at Endless Studios. Her team builds platforms for kids to play and build games, and also teaches them to code. Virginia believes that to give kids the future that they deserve, we need to give agency for learning and creation back to the students. So if you guys have a moment, if Heather, Aram, and Virginia, could you guys say a few quick words?
Yeah, I am thrilled to be here. I was super excited to play the games that y'all made. There's some wonderful things out there, and I hope that you take the enthusiasm that you got from making your game and spread it amongst your friends so that you can start making more games.
Yes, hi everyone. I'm really excited to be here. I actually saw myself in you guys, being that 10-year, 12-year-old trying to hack out your games, and I enjoy playing them a lot. So keep it up. I'm here to, yes, help. And yeah, congratulations to everyone. Thanks.
Hello. Hi, guys. I was really honored to be a part of this judging panel. It was a great group. But as a game maker myself, I was even more inspired by all of you. I am super excited for you guys to find out, basically how you scored and how you did. But I'm even more excited later on to be able to spend some time with you and meet you guys, these amazing designers that came and brought your games to us. There's a little bit of vulnerability when you have to pass over something that you've made. And it was just great to be able to play and see that. And you should all be really proud by everything that you submitted. Great job, guys.
All right, so we've done a lot of the introductions. We've talked about what's coming up next, and it's time to start the celebration. Let's start it with our junior division, which features 8 prize-winning games across 9 different tracks. Our junior division winners represent 5 different countries, and participants were ages 10 to 13. Oh, wait, I got to play the special junior division music. Yeah. All right. So our very first category is Best in Class using GameStar Mechanic as your game engine. And the award goes to the Code. Yeah. All right. So this was a game made by Sadnan Pronto from New York City in USA. So let's take a quick look at a video of Sadnan talking about the Code.
My name is Sadman Pronto, and I am a 12-year-old from Brooklyn, New York. I am the developer of the game called The Code. I first started game design 2 years ago when I used Scratch. Later on, I started GameStar Mechanics since that was my school's preferred choice of learning. Since using GameStar Mechanics, you can learn how to make a game and what makes up a game. What inspired me to come into this competition was actually my computer science teacher. Again, since we use GameStar Mechanics for school, the teacher informed us about a new competition that popped up, and we were more than welcome to enter it, so I did.
All right. Thank you so much, Sadnan. Okay, so that was awesome. So let's talk about the next category, best in class for open platform. So now what is open platform? The open platform category is for playable games made with any creation tool other than one of the ones on the list. So these are people who are ready to kind of go and do something out on their own. And the award goes to red and blue. Yeah, red and blue. All right, that was made by Bryden Cochini from British Columbia, Canada. Let's see what Bryden has to say.
Hi, my name is Bryden, and I live in Amor, Canada, and I'm the developer of Red vs. Blue. You get sent on a mission because Earth is running low on resources to an alien planet, and it turns out the alien planets are having a fight. Once you bring them all back together, then they reward you with all the resources you needed to bring back to Earth to complete your mission. To make my game, I used Game Maker Studio 2. To learn to make games and code, I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos on it, and that helped me a lot. Seeing the end result in the game is always such a cool thing, and it makes it all worth it in the end. My favorite video game right now is Rocket League, and probably my favorite game of all time is Minecraft. Some of my other hobbies are biking, skateboarding, and playing lacrosse.
All right, nice. I'm always amazed at the amount of inspiration people can take from physical activities in the real world and being able to bring them into games. And I love people talking about, oh, I learned this and that on YouTube. I wish we had YouTube back in the 80s for learning how to make games. It can often be one of the fastest ways in order to learn the things you need to know in order to get your game going and working. But it's time to talk about our next category, best in class open platform teams. All right. And we have a winning sister duo for this category, 2 games. So congratulations to Flash Trash Environmental Editing. Yeah, and you can see it was Kayla Villanueva. Oh my gosh, I'm messing up the names. We'll get Kayla and Alyssa from Mexico City, and they're going to tell you all about it.
Hi, we're Alyssa and Kayla Villanueva. We are from Mexico City, and we are the developers of Flash Trash. And our mission is to encourage and teach people to separate and recycle trash to decrease the pollution of our planet. We decided to use Scratch to create our game because we were already familiar with it. We created some very simple games in the past, but this is the first time we make one with multiple levels and characters. To learn how to make games and to code, we took classes and went to a technology, innovation, and engineering summit. Our favorite video games are Just Dance and Rock Band. Our other hobbies include horse riding, baking, playing the drums and the piano, and dancing.
All right, thank you so much, Kayla and Alyssa. So our next category, which is best in class for Scratch, it had not just 1, but it had 2 winning entries. So our very first award is going to go to How to Fall. Yes, How to Fall by Dominic Darby. All right, from Jamaica, let's hear about it.
Hi, I'm Dominic Darby. I'm 11 years old and I live in Jamaica, and I'm the developer of How to Fall. It is a platformer where you have to get the character to the exit door at the other side of the level. My mother actually inspired me. She gave me the competition format, seemed pretty good, so I entered it. I used the coding language called Scratch. I've read books and watched videos, and I've even taken a class. I've had experience with game mechanics, but I've never created a game before. I do like
someone from
sports,
Catastrophe
like
won
tennis
the.
and chess.
Oh, congratulations, Dominic. That is so exciting that you made that and you won that. And I also want to say congratulations, Dominic's mom, right? You got in there, you supported him, and look what happened. I know you're proud. I know how that is. All right, but this category the competition was so tight, we decided to declare 2 winners. And so the second winner in Best in Class Scratch goes to Energy Tycoon by Erica Lou. All right, Erica, tell us about it.
Hi, my name is Erica Liu. I'm from New York City in the United States, and I'm the developer of Energy Tycoon. I used Scratch to make this game, and it wasn't my first time making a video game because I've been using Scratch for at least 3 years to code. I started learning Scratch in 6th grade, and I've improved a lot since then by looking at tutorials made by other Scratchers and by making my own. Hi, my name is Erica Liu. I'm from New York City in the United States, and I'm the developer of Energy Tycoon. And the goal of the game is to gain. I used Scratch to make this game, and it wasn't my first time making a video game because I've been using Scratch for at least 3 years to code. I started learning Scratch in 6th grade, and I've improved a lot since then by looking at tutorials made by other Scratchers and by making my own games and getting feedback from the community to figure out how to improve. My game's name is Energy Tycoon, and the goal of the game is to gain as many energy points as possible by buying machines and buying upgrades. My favorite video game right now is Among Us, and it might be my favorite game of all time, but I also do like playing Minecraft and playing Tetris. Outside of games and making games, I like playing badminton, which I picked up over the summer, and I like baking with my sister. I also like spending time with my family and my friends.
All right, nice. All right, that was great. We were in a little bit of a time loop with that video, but sometimes the games are so excellent that will happen, but that's all right. The next category we're going to talk about is Unity. For people who don't know much about Unity, Unity is one of the most used game engines, and it is very much what is used in many, many professional games. So anybody, if students who are in ages 10 to 13 were able to step up and use Unity, you guys are bold. The winner for this category, Best in Class Unity Game, Junior Division, is Whisper of the Past by John Shue from California. Tell us about it, John.
Hi, my name is John, and I'm from Los Angeles, USA. I am the developer of the game called Whisper of the Past. The game's mission is to spread hope in the midst of so many things going on. I have taken game development classes before. I used Unity Game Engine in Visual Studio to code in C#. I have used them before while making test projects in another game. A teacher in my school recommended that I go to this competition, thus I entered Code Games Challenge. Hollow Knight is my favorite game right now, and it probably will be for quite some time in the future. I like to play golf and listen to music.
All right, Hollow Knight, excellent taste, John. Next category is Best in Class Playable Game with an Environment Theme. All right, so this is a game that you can play and it has an environmental theme. And the award goes to Climate Catastrophe by Ezra Cotton in New York. Oh, let's hear more about it.
Hi, my name is Ezra Cotton. I'm from Del Mar, New York, USA, and I'm the developer of Climate Catastrophe. The game starts out in a polluted city, and you go through a simulation to learn more about climate change so that you can save your city. I incorporated some facts in my game from a project for school about climate change that I did in the spring. This isn't the first game that I've created. I've used code.org to create projects in the past, and to create this game, I used GameStar mechanics. I like to play Plants vs. Zombies, Nitro Type, Mario Kart, and Overcooked. And some of my favorite hobbies are reading, drawing, bike riding, and playing Ultimate Frisbee.
All right, nice. For whatever reason, Ultimate Frisbee, professional game developers, they get into it. I think it has to do with the way the refereeing works, but that's another story for another time. Right now, we want to talk about our next category, Best in Class Playable Game with a theme of equity. All right, and our winner in this case is Adventure Communist. Yeah, Adventure Communist by Surya Sridharan of Bangalore. All right, let's hear from Surya.
Hi, I'm Surya. I live in Bangalore, India, and I'm the developer of Adventure Communist. In my game, players try to become agricultural tycoons by buying farmers, communes, tribes, and upgrades for all three. I've created many small video games in the past, but this is my biggest game so far. I used a tool called Scratch to make my game. I got introduced to this tool when I was in 5th grade. I've used it on and off since then. I find Scratch really easy to use because of its drag and drop UI. I mostly self-learn coding through online sources and trial and error. My dad also teaches me some coding. My favorite video game right now is Brawl Stars. But my favorite video game of all time is Bloons Tower Defense 6. I like playing Indian classical music on a wooden flute. I also like to read books, play cricket, and play board games.
Oh man, cricket is the coolest. Okay, great job, Surya. So let's talk about the next category, Best in Class Playable Game with an Exploration Theme. And this is a second win for Whisper of the Past by John Shue. All right, our first double winner. That's pretty exciting. All right, are we ready? I think we are ready to move on to the senior division. All right, senior division is for 14 to 18-year-olds. And in this one, we're going to be recognizing 8 winners across 10 tracks, again, representing 5 different countries. I'm going to play our more serious senior division theme. Yeah, I know that's what you wanted. All right, so let's get on to our categories. First category, Best in Class, Endless Mission. Okay, so that's first category using the Endless Mission system. And the winner is C#. That's what I played on the harmonica. That's David Turner in New York, USA. All right, David, tell us all about it.
Hi, my name is David Turner and I am from Brooklyn, New York. I am the developer of C#. The game's mission is to escape after waking up on a mysterious planet. The tools I used to create my game is called the Endless Mission. I used it before because I got to playtest it and get to know the controls. I created games before. I went to an after-school program in the Manhattan area to learn game making and coding. They taught me game design and how to make a game using game engine called Unity. My favorite video game of all time is Sonic. I enjoy every Sonic game. Outside of games and game making, I enjoy making beats and I have the equipment to do so in my spare time.
All right. Good job, David. Represent New York today. We got a lot of New York winners. Now, I'm sorry, this last one really got me thinking. We had a game called C# made in an engine called the Endless Mission. Now, of course, there's a programming language called C#. And so if you made a game called the Endless Mission in C#, it could be go with this game. And the two of them would be like matter and antimatter and collide in a massive burst of energy. Or we could get on to our next category, which is going to be for senior division, best in class for Game Star Mechanic. And the winner is Save Nature, Save the World by Given Lydell from Oklahoma. Ooh, let's take a closer look at how Given is saving the world.
Hi, my name is Given and I am from Canton, Oklahoma in the United States. I'm the designer of Save Nature, Save World. The game is about a girl named Emily who leaves the city one day and ends up in the forest, overhearing a meeting between a group of animals about the rising human threat. She helps to try to solve the problems, and at the end of the game she has a potential solution for each one, which we could try to do in real life. That's all I've done is Game Star Mechanic so far. I do hope to learn more advanced stuff eventually. It's pretty easy to use and almost anyone can do it, so it's pretty fun, but I like to do some more advanced stuff so I can make actual games one day. Well, I really like writing. I've been writing for a long time, even before I really started actually playing video games, and one day I hope to publish plenty of stories.
All right, nice. Thank you very much, Given. Game Star Mechanic is a great way to get started with games. It's amazing the amount of stuff that you can get done with it. So that's exciting. But it's time for our next category, Best in Class, Senior Division, Open Platform. And so the winner in the Open Platform category is Banana Pie by Matthew Shue. Coming to us direct from Illinois, let's hear from Matthew.
Hi, my name is Matthew Shue. I'm from Lincolnshire, Illinois, and I'm the developer of Banana Pie. I initially made it to practice, but then I made it to kind of, well, give a fun challenge for my friends because I thought that was a pretty challenging game. Some of the levels I made were, in my opinion, pretty hard. It's my first real video game. I've made some earlier video games and prototypes on Scratch. It was primarily my middle school projects. I mostly learned computer science from online courses, and I learned how to use the game making tool from online courses and YouTube. I already had some computer science knowledge from my dad and also from some school classes. My favorite video game right now is Tetris. I play a lot, but my favorite video game of all time is probably going to be Celeste. So outside of games and game making, I like to play cards and play squash, and that's about it.
I love that we got multiple people calling out Tetris. I love this, and this is something everybody should remember. Like Tetris was a game created, I don't know, 30 plus years ago. And when you create a game that really works, really sticks with people, it's going to stay with them their whole lives. And I'm sure that some of the people in the competition today are going to be creating games just like that. All right, so congrats to Banana Pie. And now it is time for our next category, Best in Class for Scratch, Senior Division. And the winner is Colonialis Jamestown by John Anthony. Coming to you direct from Saudi Arabia. Let's hear from him.
My name is John Anthony Luna, and I am the developer of the game Colonialis
Jamestown. It takes place in the early 17th century North America, where you play the English running the colony of Jamestown, and your only objective is pretty much to survive. My former science school teacher informed me of this competition and encouraged me to join way back in May. I use Scratch and it's my first time using it. I pretty much taught myself, just put the blocks together and see what happens. I think that's the best way of learning Scratch. Well, aside from games and game making, I also try to make my own drawing. I like reading books on history, watching documentaries, and some anime when I have time.
Oh, nice job, John. If that's your first Scratch game, congratulations. I can't wait to see your second one. So many game developers have gotten inspiration from history. You look at games like Civilization and SimCity, and so many of these games, they pull their inspiration out of history. And so studying history is one of the best ways to get inspired about being a game designer and come up with new game designs. So next category, best in class for Unity. All right. And who is our senior division award winner? It is Plant by Noah Dorego. All right, let's go up to Canada and have Noah tell us all about it.
Hey there, I'm Noah Dorego. I'm from the city of Ottawa in Canada, and I'm the developer of Plant. The game tells you that oppressors have taken over your town's government, and your goal is to try to get to their base to intervene. But as you trek through the decrepit town, you realize that something's off. In my game, I really tried to incorporate a deeper message about what our human nature will result in the future. I have made other video games in the past, but nothing of this scale. Like, this was the first time I took months to complete a game. So I made the game in Unity, coded it in C#, designed the 3D assets with Blender, and made the scuffed but hopefully catchy music in GarageBand. I do have some prior experience with all of what I just listed, but it was really just base level knowledge. So I needed to watch a lot of tutorials to learn more. In my spare time, I like to read, invent things, and play sports. I'm a big basketball fan, go Raptors, and I also like playing badminton and tennis.
I love Noah's story talking about the different tools that he brought together in order to make a game, because for people who haven't made games before, they don't necessarily know how it works, but that's what you do. You bring together all kinds of tools. You bring together drawing tools and 3D sculpting tools and programming tools and music tools and sound effects tools and writing tools, and you bring them all together in order to make games. It's part of what makes games so special. It's sort of like a three-ring circus happening on your keyboard. All right, but let's get to our next category. This is best in class written game design document. Now, not all games start out as a document, but many of them do. A lot of times when, if you're not ready to kind of build a whole game, you want to plan it out. And that's what a game design document is all about. It's about laying out clearly, okay, here's what this game is, here's how it works, here's why it's important, and here how are the different elements are going to connect to each other. And so our winner for best in class written game design document is Spirit d'Aventure by Corinne Gaspar. Coming to us all the way from Dunedin in New Zealand. Let's take a look.
My name is Sadnan Ponto, and I am a 12-year-old from Brooklyn, New York. I am the developer of the game called The Code. I first started game design 2 years ago when I used Scratch. Later on, I started GameStar Mechanics since that was my school's preferred choice of learning. Since with using GameStar Mechanic, you can learn how to make a game and what makes up a game. What inspired me to come into this competition was actually my computer science teacher. Again, since we use GameStar Mechanic for school, the teacher informed us about a new competition that popped up, and we were more than welcome to enter it, so I did.
We love you, Sadnan, but that was not the right video. Are we able to get our New Zealand video going? Or will we have to come back to that later? Sounds
Stand by,
like.
viewers. We'll be right with you.
All right. La, 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 la. We're working it out. These things happen. All right.
Hi, my name is Corinne Gasper. I am from Dunedin, New Zealand, and I'm the developer of Spirits of Advance 2. My game is about a cat who loses its home to humans in 20,000 BC. Cats meet a mouse and eventually they become friends. In year 9 I learned how to code Python. In order to learn how to design games, I did some research, I watched some YouTube videos, and I actually played some games. I found that it really helped when it came to designing my own games, because I already knew all the key concepts of game design. My favourite games at the moment would have to be Ori and the Blind Forest. It's got amazing art, and also League of Legends. I enjoy just coding in general, so that's website making, app building. I also enjoy drawing, reading books, watching manga. Yes, I am one of those people who likes math.
All right, thank you, Corinne. So I think one of the things that excited me there is I love seeing games made in Python. Python's something near and dear to my heart. Anyone who knows the game Toontown Online, I'd helped make that game way back in the day. And we did that game very, very much in Python. And it was a great way to be able to do that. So using Python to make a game about a cat from 20,000 years ago, sure, why not? So let's talk about our next category, Best in Class Playable Game with an Environment Theme. All right, so Best in Class Playable Game, Environment Theme, Senior Division. The winner is Revive by Felicia Yan of North Carolina. All right, Felicia, revive us.
Hi, my name is Felicia. I am from Cary, North Carolina, and I'm the developer of Revive. So my game Revive is a 2D platformer where the player learns about environmental issues like pollution, climate change, and deforestation. So before this, I didn't really know how to program at all, so I just taught myself using the internet, which is really helpful. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, just learned the basics, and then for Unity, which is the game engine I use, they have a lot of tutorials just out there for free on their website, which I also used to kind of learn how to add elements into my game. My favorite game right now would probably have to be Among Us, just because everyone's playing it, but of all time, it'd probably be like Tetris or Minecraft, because they're just very iconic. Outside of making games and playing games, I also like to draw and paint, so just anything art related. I've been really into digital art lately. This is actually just a great way for me to transfer kind of like my art skills into making games because they're very related.
Nice. Thanks so much, Felicia. I love that point about the relationship between making games and making art. Those two things, they are really deeply connected. Your ability to be able to quickly sketch out an idea so often is what can inspire a game to go in a particular direction. So next category is going to be playable game with an exploration theme in the senior division. And the winner is, get ready for a second helping of Banana Pie. All right, a double winner, Matthew Zhu in Illinois. So congratulations on that. That is amazing. Okay, so next category, another game design document. So the category here, written game design document with an environment theme. And the winner is As We Should Have Done by Batul Ali Akbar of Karachi in Pakistan. Oh man, Batul, tell us about As We Should Have Done.
My name is Sadnan Pronto, and I am a 12-year-old from Brooklyn, New York. I am the developer of the game.
Sadnan, we love you, man, but stop crashing everything. You can't win everything, man.
Hi, my name is Asmir Ali Akbar. I am from Karachi, Pakistan, and I am the developer of the game As We Should Have. Karachi, my city, the city of lights, is Pakistan's premier financial and industrial center. But unfortunately, it has a very poor garbage management system. So my game had to revolve around minimum waste production. The gameplay of As We Should Have was also inspired from my all-time favorite game, Minecraft. I use Unity as my gaming engine. I have made several games as part of my courses and assignments. The game was the first game I made independently and completely. Poetry writing and drawing are my other two areas of extreme interest. I enjoy them as much as I enjoy game making.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to go from the winner of the written game design document with an environment theme to the written game document with an exploration theme. And this one is another double winner. Spirit d'Aventure. Good job, Corinne. Nice. Nicely done. Oh man, and that closes out our celebration. So let's have one more big round of applause for everybody who participated and everybody who won. And here it comes, round of applause. It's coming at me. Yeah, it is. All right, I'm gonna do the round of applause right here. Excellent. Okay, so many great submissions. Oh my gosh, everybody, you guys did super well. Now, I'm just about done here talking about the winners, although I think a lot of people are going to be talking about the winners after this, but you guys have an incredible opportunity for the next hour, because you're going to have opportunities to listen in on the lightning round with Heather, with Aram, and with Virginia. And they're going to be able to tell you about a variety of different things. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. So stay tuned for the lightning round, because it is coming up next. Thank you so much, everybody who supported this incredible Code Games Challenge, everybody who submitted a game, everybody who won a game, everybody who helped judge, everybody who helped sponsor it. You see in the videos, you see the amount of how inspiring this was to students to try new things and to push themselves to create something they couldn't create before. I feel confident the Code Game Challenge is opening up new doors for hundreds and hundreds of people. So thank you, everybody who made it happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, viewers and participants, we are now going to send you to breakout rooms. We will automatically put you there and our speakers will join you. Thank you so much to Jessie Shell for being a great MC. Stand by while we send you to breakout rooms.